Oh no, Baxter.
Okay.
Baxter lags. It's all good though. Baxter's really cool. Good stream watching. Um, so this is just me talking. That's Pandy because you can't really see her game name because that's this is Audrey. But yeah, that's Pandy. Very cool Zerg player. She's competed in the Iron Lady Cups and is a cool person. So I'm just talking to her. And I consequently actually end up hurting my build because of it at the start, which is never a good thing. But there's still actually I ended up spelling Yost wrong at first, which is kind of funny. I go for like the phonetic as opposed to what it actually is. Still, this is a cool game because it's incredibly important to have crisis management and such hair hair. What am I thinking? It's now 3:40 in the morning and my brain's gone, but there's still a while to make these videos. Ugh. Okay, so there are some really tight build order timings in terms of being able to defend certain things, and this is one of those times. And it doesn't help that I end up missing, and then this happens. This was so obnoxious of him. I'm trying to put down my
Oh my
gate.
god, you kidding me?
Yeah. Oh, that was so annoying. And that, look at my panels now. I'm also being foolish and typing instead of building my next pylon. Also, I got this similar down, but my build order. Oh, it hurts. But who cares? It's 3:45 in the morning or whatever I just said the time was, and I'm making these games. It's 3:36 precisely. Did I say 3:40 before? Oh, the things that don't matter that I talk about. So me and him are just we're just having fun. Reservoir Live casted with him for like the Revoki, King of the Hills, those kind of things. And he's a cool guy. Um, but running around over here, we do see me get my Samus Core out actually on time. I can continue chrono boosting out things, get out my Zealot, and I'm gonna go ahead and go for like the main thing that this guy does that is very tricky at times. It's the fact that he's going for a gas steal on me, and then he's going to be four-gating. So he's going to try and force the four-gate out of me. I, instead of trying to four-gate, go for a robo very quickly, even with only one gas, which means I'm not really going to be able to get out a sentry.
Oh
I'm not going to be able
no.
to get out pretty much anything I want to as far as those timings go. And I'm pretty sure he's heard me in the
Serious.
stream just going, oh no, oh. But yeah, it doesn't really help in the fact that, by the way, I get to kill that probe. You can see how
I think I'm winning
he
this
goes
like
orange slightly quicker than I do, which means I'll be able to win that battle. But there we have
yeah.
my robot going down. And what's really annoying though is the fact that he has vision of my cybernetics core with that assimilator, which is really important because it means that he can obviously scout for me going for some kind of warp gate type of play. So my pylon goes down. I'm basically trying to
I'm
fake the
pretty
warp gate as
sure
well as I
he
possibly can. It doesn't always go that way though. So now I'm pushing forward. I will be chrono boosting out my immortal to try and get out some kind of early defense. Now I get to have um, my next gas finally. It's it's really late. So moving around, I'm trying to think. Okay, so the warp gate's gonna be hitting in a couple seconds. He ended up
yeah.
doing a slightly delayed warp gate. Like he went for like another round of units or something that allowed me to actually get time to get that immortal out in terms of trying to defend. Because he's gonna push up fairly soon. My warp gate tech is one chrono boost behind where it should be, which is really frustrating because that would have really helped to have that faster. But these are so tight. Now I'm like, okay, oh, there's a pylon. Oh, there's a bunch of units. Oh, it looks like a fort gate. Let's go ahead and get my immortal to target fire those stalkers, because that's what I need to do. And that's actually a really important thing. Is you got to realize what target firing is so important. Look at me sniping off those injured stalkers, which is really key. Just because it allows me to stay alive when if I just attack moved and my Immortal was attacking those Zealots, he would have just killed me outright. So target finding is a pretty important thing, just sort of those micro tools that are really, really key. And I'm kind of worrying with myself about what to warp in, because I can see that he's going for a lot of Zealots, and by the way, you can see me just trying to get the shots off on the Stalkers. I'm just thinking damage them, because that Immortal is guaranteed to die, so I gotta be as effective as I can with it before it does end up falling. And now you can see me try and pulling back, and this is where you get to analyze micro things. See me picking off once again the injured Stalkers that are so important. And I get to have this Immortal going to be coming out in a second. There it is. Target fire the those Stalkers immediately, and now try and keep the Immortal alive. Let his units run around, dance, and get hit while I target fire my Immortal. And now pull back, try to keep everything alive. And you can pretty much just deduce what I'm doing by literally watching me do it, as I'm trying to micro my heart out to stay alive as I can. And if you get Ring Around the Rosie going with Zealots, to have Stalkers attacking them, the Zealots will not survive, now the Stalkers attacking. And now my Immortal is guaranteed to die with those Stalkers coming in, which is why I turned around and tried to get that shot off. This is an annoying thing that he does too, because he's going to move around there. I'm going to try and block in that Stalker. He actually ends up going left, which helped me out a lot. And to be honest, if anybody likes to look at the replay, you'll see that if he actually did that more normal 4-gate timing, where you literally hit with that first, for the first set of units right at the front of the person's ramp, he would have killed me. Because of those initial build order fallacies, I'll call them, that I did at the start. So now I'm thinking it's time to try and possibly be aggressive and go for the win. And I say to myself, don't get greedy, don't get greedy. That's the way to lose the game, is when you're like, I have an opportunity to win, and then you realize that GSL Daybreak is the longest rush distance ever between bases, and then you're thinking, oh great, he has so much time to actually get units, and then you lose. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll defend, get out my Observer, get my scout information, see what he's doing, just prep for a nice frontal positioning for my guys, and play accordingly. So, this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to go for Blink Stalker Immortal to hold this expansion. I'm thinking it'll be pretty good. My Observer will be able to run forward, see his army if he's going to be pushing in, trying to figure out whether or not he's going to be charge lot heavy, that kind of thing. Because right now, charge lots are going to be the bane of my existence if he's going to be going that tech route. However, he sees my expansion. He sees my army composition, and we'll see what he's going to do. I have an Observer out just in case he's going to try and follow up his 4-gate with DTs, because detection is so important. And I look forward and I see that he's got a fair count of Stalkers. So I'm thinking, okay, probably not charge. More likely Blink, which means I've got the right army composition. I got my base up, and now it's just time to defend. Sentry or two for a few force fields, because he doesn't have Colossi. Let's start with the 4-gate, and now he's moving with a bunch of Zealots and Stalkers. There's no way he has Colossi. Which means few Zealots, a few Sentries to tank some damage and be really aware of what he has. Now he's going to be pushing in, get the hotkeys in, and the force fields are to make sure that I can actually stay alive, keep him off of my Immortal. Unfortunately, I'm going to take that out. I have this Immortal coming in. I don't let it get taken advantage of through the what's it called, rally point, so it stays alive. But the fact that I need to always have an Immortal right now. You'll see I'm thinking, do I want Blink or do I want Immortal? What do I want to do? We're going to see me pushing forward, and there's a lot of units there. I am going to continue warping in and go ahead and try and attack. I'm not... Micro, where's my Micro? Pull back. There we go. Now I'm pulling back the Immortal. And you see him going Ring Around the Rosie while I attack and kill him, which is really nice of him. I enjoy that immensely. But you notice how I'm barely holding. And I do end up going for the Immortal as opposed to Blink. Like, I want Blink. I want Blink, because that's so important right now. Because I can't really defend if he's going to drop if I don't have Blink. He could basically become a Terran and do like a Warp Prism drop in the main, some weird shenanigans like that. I'm going to warp in a few Zealots just to tank some damage, even though I'm going for Blink. I still think it's worth it to tank those stalker shots. So that's why I'm going for that, even with me trying to get blink up. So I'm holding. It's really close. I can finally get out blink. But this is the line that you walk. Notice I have vision of his natural expansion of my observer, so... Oh, cool, I just actually went to it. So I can easily see that that's what he's going for. And that allows me to really just hold this as tightly as I possibly can. Get out more and more immortals. I'm getting out an extra gateway as I slowly get up the economy to support it. Like I'm going really, really tight on these timings with the tech that I'm actually going for. So now we see him pushing in. The fact that he's purely stalker right now is beautiful for me. You can see him pushing forward and notice I'm really getting those zealots. Those zealots were meant to be a flank. I actually don't want them. Those probably should have been stalkers. However, I wanted to lock him in, get a full surround, and kind of go for that really good position that just kills him.
My reasoning for getting down those zealots.
Yeah.
Oh God, he's got a lot of these.
I know, he's pushing in. I've got enough immortals that I don't mind if he blinks on top of me, to be honest. He takes out the hurt one, but still, I can kill him. Yeah, I get one shot off with him, and now it's going to be here. But look, I'm about to blink, and that ends up being GG.
That was...
Yep. That was... So, that's that game. Look at that. It's the same screen. How's that for a little trippy thing? But yeah, that's just holding. Just basically just show micro, show really close timings of defense and everything. But it's the holding the 4 gate with an army composition that doesn't usually go up against the 4 gate. Normally people use sentries to defend the 4 gate, but this is an option that you can do, especially if you don't have those beginning build order fiasco that I had. And you can see the timings there. Even with a well-timed 4 gate, if I'm not delayed, I could probably hold that as well. So it's tight. It's tough. It depends a lot on micro. You can see that there was a lot of dancing around with my units there to try and handle everything. So that was the game. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you.